What we're looking for is finding a balance between people and the rest of nature where both can thrive and flourish, a balance that we currently clearly don't have.
The way we manage our land, how we manage our cities, we always try to push nature back. But if you let go, nature can recover itself. Amazing things happen.
Citizen Zoo is a relatively new organisation trying to pioneer how communities engage with conservation work. We've got loads of different conservationists and farmers and getting some really great dialogue from all rewilding sectors.
When I lived in mid-Wales, I realised I was looking at depleted ecosystems where there was almost nothing left. And I began to research the paleoecology to look at what would have been there and began to recognise what an extraordinary world of wonders we had lost and what we could have again.
We're all part of the same system and we've just become really separated from it.
But it's been wonderful to see the diversity of interpretations of rewilding.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it.
Coming from an upland farming background, and an upland sheep farming background in particular, I think we need to be very, very careful of using generalised polemics, generalised data when we're talking about interventions and rewilding projects that will take place in very, very specific locations in the UK.
We have learned in our areas where we work that working together from the start, getting things up and running, really creates that working relationship with seemingly opposing interests.
You need people with cultural, historical skills in order to tackle problems that are very social. So I think we need more representatives from different communities. We need women, we need people of color of all types, we need people, people who are religious, people who are not religious, people of all kinds of diversity.
This is a work of hope. I will never know the trees that I've planted as mature specimens because it will take 250 years for those Scots pines to reach their full glory. It's hope for the future.
Everything, to me, seems to boil down to the soil. If you sort out the soil, you sort out so many other problems like carbon sequestration and climate change, water purification, flood mitigation. All these other things fall into place if you sort out the soil. And so rewilding shows a way that you can do that.
If we want rewilding to make more space for nature, we can only do that if we also think about how we're going to feed ourselves. That means that in the areas where nature isn't going to be the focus of our attention, we need to be producing food more intensively at higher yields than we are at the moment.
But let's do it on a rotational basis so that you can alternate with a more sustainable form of agriculture with rewilding.
It hasn't been an echo chamber. We've had a chance to sort of actually sit and be challenged in our beliefs.
I've also been impressed by the scale of things that are going on in this country at the moment.
By having different sorts of conversations, then we might be able to sort of expand the dialogue beyond its traditional confines, I think.
It makes you think and expand and think further outside the box. So, no, it's great. It's been very stimulating.
The right rewilding interventions could make a massive difference on climate breakdown. They could indeed make the difference between coming in under 2 degrees and not coming in under 2 degrees.
We can choose the narratives we live about how we relate to the environment. If this new narrative, which seems to be emerging in rewilding, can create these sort of rich, unexpected futures, then maybe we should be choosing a new narrative.
And build that realistic, sustainable alternative that the world desperately needs.